get some water. Oh, lordy. What are we gonna do? Here we go. Here we go. Man, I got a lot of work to do. Close my terminals. Shut everything down. What is this doing? I'll leave that one running. I think I gotta make some adjustments to my workflow a bit. Maybe I'll keep that Devin reviewer, but I gotta make my reviewer work well with Devin. So I gotta bring up some other, my Ralph Loop project. Oops. Let's make sure Hamdy's running. What is this doing? Codecs. Ember After Dark. Welcome. What's happening? How you doing, man? It's almost the weekend. Alright, what am I really doing? So I have this review loop. It's, oh shit, I opened up Claude in the wrong place. Shit, here we go. So tiny. I have this script that's kind of like a Ralph loop, but it's my review loop. And right now, what it does is it watches my GitHub it watches the repo for PRs. And as soon as there's a PR, it will review it and merge it if it's good. But recently, I've added Devin to my GitHub to watch it. So I want them to work together. Ritmom Niso. Sorry, I probably said that really wrong. I'm trying to understand how all this AI stuff works with terminals and etc. And I can see a lot of people using multiple terminals with AI to do multiple stuff at the same time. Yeah. Could you explain what your multiple terminals look like and what it does? For sure. I'll give you a little tour of my setup. Right now things aren't really running because I'm just getting started. But I have this is my multiple terminal window. So I'll each have an agent running in each terminal like this. So I just start Claude in all of them. Now, all these agents, they each have their own context, each separate one. So what I like to do, I have them working on multiple things for sure. So I'll go to my GitHub repository and I look at all my issues that I need to work on. And then I choose one. I'm like, all right, 997, I want to do that issue. So I tell one of my terminals, I'm like, hey, I talk to it. I'm like, hey, do issue 997 in the GitHub issues. And then I just put it to work. 1 second. I should pull in my latest changes first. Let me interrupt it. That's kind of like what I do, but before I work on this issue, I should actually do some cleaning up. High Potential, what's happening? Thank you very much for the hydrates. Good morning to you. Cheers. I'm gonna tell this. Can you pull the latest changes into main, please? Work trees keep them from stepping on toes. Yeah, so I have my agents set up where they follow very specific instructions on how to use work trees and stuff. But these days, I think, Claude, there's a work tree flag or something that you can give it when you're starting up and it should use work trees. I haven't tried it out yet, but I think it should basically do the same thing that I'm doing. All right. What the heck is going on here? Anyways, let me actually clear this. I'm not ready to do any issues yet. Yeah, so you can drop those changes. Hey, negative IQ viewer, what's happening? Sorry, we vibing or what? We're trying to vibe. I'm just really trying to set up. I'm making some modifications to my workflow before I start working on Typeblazer today, I guess. The modifications are, I want to incorporate Devin as an actual member of my team instead of just an experiment. Alright, so how do we do that? I have to look at my review loop here. I have Claude. I'm going to ask it now. I've added Devin AI to watch over my GitHub repository, and any open PRs or any PRs that get created, Devin will review those PRs and leave comments. Right now, our Ralph review loop does not wait until Devin has reviewed it before reviewing it itself and then merging it. I want to modify this review loop to not review the PR until Devin has finished its initial review. There should be something in the GitHub things that maybe tell whether it's approved or not. Can you let me know if you can do this? Alright, I'm talking to the agent. Simple colon, what's happened? Interesting, what am I doing? Well, I just explained to the LLM what I'm doing, so maybe that answers your question. But I'll show you. So in my PRs, recently, I've had Devin AI. So you see these little check marks? I guess that means Devin has reviewed it. So basically, I'm I want my reviewer. My reviewer is Opus 4.6, and it's an agent that lives locally on my machine. So it has a lot of states and it has a lot of notes on my repository. But I want my reviewer to wait until Devin has reviewed it, because I think Devin might offer a different perspective than Opus. So once this guy reviews it, then I want my reviewer to go in. So let me see what they're saying, how they can modify my thing. So I want to do this before I get started working on TypeBlazer today. And then maybe there's a few other things I should probably do. I think my token usage resets. Oh, look at that. It's very doable. What we need before starting the review, poll GitHubs for Devin's review status. Yes. That's what I want, man. Anyways, how you doing today, everyone? Simple colon, negative IQ viewer, Ember After Dark, high potential. What's poppin', man? How's this week going for you guys? Hey, Ricky Wong, 20 stream streak, man. Thank you so much for everything, Ricky Wong. I think you've been a pillar in the development of TypeBlazer, pillar in this community, man. Thank you so much. How much Devin cost? $3.99. I'm not paying shit for it, man. Somebody told me, Keck Lel W told me that I think one of his jobs they're using Devin. Love to slam keys and bug reports. Hey, I appreciate it very much, Ricky Wong. My wife and I say her name all the time. Anytime we're in the championship race and we see her name pop up, we go, oh, look who it is. It's Ricky Wong. And then you proceed to just smoke us every single time. Man, you're like a real typer, you know? Is he going to go AFK for the race? Yeah, sometimes we say that too. I don't think your typing speed changes from websites, man, because I saw you on TypeRacer, you're zooming. I see you on TypeBlazer, you're zooming, man. But for me, it's like I'm only zooming on the easy words, like common words that I type all the time. So I'd like to be a better typer. I don't think I'm as good as I thought I was, because all I've been doing is TypeRacer and maybe monkey type every now and then. So I thought I could hit like 100 consistently, but only on easy passages, you know. Anyways, what are we doing? We're waiting on this thing. Do you know exactly the GitHub username Devin uses when leaving reviews? It's typically something like, let me check. Devin leaves comments, huh? It's called Devin AI integration. Should Ralph also read Devin's review comments and factor them into its own review? Wait and incorporate. Yes. Does it have the bot suffix? Man, it has a bot thing on it. Should I take a screenshot and show it? Alright, once we get this running, I'll test out the review loop again. But man, I think we got a lot of bugs we gotta work on. You know what I haven't checked in a long time is the bug reports, and I was looking at this last night. We got lots of bug reports I missed. Well, anyways, can you check one of the PRs Devin reviewed? Man, I don't want to check all that, man. Can you check? Why are you telling me to do these things, man? You can do that. Check that PR, man. Oh shit, wrong repo. But look at that one. Alright, there you go. It has the bot suffix. Alright, now we gotta organize ourselves and figure out. I think I should just turn on the leagues as well, man. I've been trying to make space up here, so I think there's some space now. I might drop the shop and just have the shop down here. I might move these Blazer books somewhere. You know, I might hide this. I don't know yet for the home page, because I think it looks kind of weird having type Blazer right here and then having it right here as well. It's like a little bit redundant, you know. All right, let me see what this is saying real quick. Here's the plan. Blah, blah, blah. Add new default variables. Whatever, looks good to me. LGTM. We'll test it out in real life real soon. Let's see. I merged a bunch of PRs that I'm not too confident will work, so maybe I should be careful about pushing to prod. Oh, I should check the raccoon also. I don't think I have to push anything. I think it's already pushed, so all I gotta do is apply the raccoon migration, and then we can see how that looks. This dang thing. $400 for the raccoon. Let's see what the hell that looks like. Looks a little silly. But I'll try it out. Let me buy it. Alright, let me see how he types. I don't like his hands, man. They're too big. I should have tested this before. K Little Pixel, what's happening? Welcome. 25 stream streak, man. Thank you so much for the support and tuning in all the time, man. Appreciate everything. All right, let me make an issue for this. I think it's a problem. Raccoon hands are too big, and thick. Let's make the raccoon hands a little bit smaller. Right now they're so thick compared to all the other animals. Let's make it more in line with the other animal avatars. Alright, let's check up on our thing here. Still working. Okay, still working, so let me just try and organize our issues here. Yeah, I did a bunch of things actually. Let me look at the PRs that we just did. I don't think I built recently, maybe have I done this? Let me check. So in my multiplayer, there's supposed to be a timer, but I haven't been seeing it. So I'm just gonna start to see if I see the timer while we're racing. I don't see any timer, so maybe I haven't deployed yet. Maybe I should just check in locally. Oh, here's a timer up there. It's so far away, man. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. I don't like this whole top bar. Like, what's the point, man? It's hard to see. I like to move these things. So what do you even call this? Who knows what they call it? Let me make an issue. Is it only in that multiplayer room? Is it in like the league races or anything? Let me just ask the AI. In multiplayer rooms, there's like a bar at the top of the screen that has some information about how long the race is lasting, your completion percentage, and some other stuff. Where else do we use this information bar? Is it also in the league races or in the championship race, or is it only in the multiplayer races? I think we're gonna have to increase this league size a lot more. Can I edit that? No, I can only have 50 here, but I don't think we should be able to edit the max members. Alright, race stats bar is used in all three race modes: multiplayer view, league race view, and championship race view. Let me just double check that, man. I can't believe it. So I go to my leagues. Oh, let's do it here where I'm signed in. I go to my leagues. Let's start a new race. And then I have to join this race. Oh yeah, it is there, man. I don't like it. It's so camouflage up there. Okay, so what they call it? They called it the race stat bar. So this race stats bar, it's on the multiplayer, the league races and the championship races apparently. But I'm not liking how it looks. I think it's hard to see, and we should move it somewhere into the main viewing area. So let's get rid of this bar completely, but let's move the information into the main racing view area, and let's make everything stand out a little bit more so that the users are able to see these things with their peripheral vision as they're typing or whatever. Psych 0, what's happening? How much is this costing you per month? I pay 200 for Claude Max, and I pay $80 for hosting a month. What else do I pay for? I'm paying Supabase some money, but I plan to migrate off of Supabase. I'm paying like 20 something a month. What else do I pay for? I pay for Docker. Maybe, I don't even know how much that costs. I bought like a whole year a while ago. I think that's all, really. Yeah. All right, let's see. Implemented. Wait, I should ask it, what is the command to run this thing? All right, so I got one PR here, and Devin is currently reviewing it, which is good. What was I gonna do, man? Well, I gotta run the review loop, but I guess I want to wait until this thing finishes. Oh shit, I meant to say yes, but I hit no. Anyways, all right, here we go. Watch mode with Devin waits. This is the command I need. But I gotta put this into my Ralph review loop. And then I hit them with whichever command it just told me. This one. I don't want to run it there. I want to run it here. Let's see if it works. All open PRs already reviewed. Oh, it's waiting. I see. So it's not done yet. Okay. Should we watch that? See if it works? We gotta wait 60 more seconds. All right, maybe I can start doing some of those other issues though. Issue 997, 998, 1000, 997, Oh, 997. Make sure you use all of your agents, like principal. Wait, the 1998, I don't need the whole agent team to do that one, but whatever. Use your whole agent team to do issue 1000. Alright, so we got these three being worked on. I don't even know how real these are. $781 maybe. No, I think what I need to do is I need to test locally first before I push a new release. So how do I do that? Load up this type blazer. Are we on main? Everything's pulled. It's one of these commands, man. Docker compose something. This one. All right, here we go. What did I change, man? What did I change? All right, I think this looks weird. What did I just do, man? Let's press some weird keys. Let's make a new issue. The nav bar links are centered, but I think they should be aligned to the right. Nav bar links misaligned. Firashi Bill. Did I say that right? What's happening? Yo, how you doing? Are you still using Handy? Yeah, I'm using Handy right now, Negative IQ Viewer. I'm using the Whisper Medium model, and it seems to be working quite nice so far. So here's Handy, Whisper Medium. Very good. I tried Whisper Large. I don't like Whisper Large. It's too slow for sure, and I think maybe it used to crash a lot with Whisper Large. Parakeet also sucks. Parakeet didn't work well with numbers. But I haven't tried anything else. So far, I like Whisper Medium. Alright, so Devin has reviewed this. Let me see what my agent is doing. Look at that. Waiting for Devin, waiting for Devin. So maybe it's gonna do it in a few seconds. We'll see. So maybe it's waiting for comments. But if Devin has no comments... Wait, how can I get Devin to post these additional findings, man? Why is he trying to keep everything to himself? Flags. Let me see how this works. Multiple separate lock acquisitions broadcasts could lead. How can I, man, I want this thing to really just post its findings. Review rules, post to GitHub, bugs, flags. Yeah, there we go. How much RAM does it take? How do I check? I don't even know. Man, why is it only showing C's here? What's going on? Oh, I have this thing, code. So, what are we looking for? Handy? One gig, roughly. This Claude keeps reading my secrets, even with Claude ignore and get ignore. Hopefully I don't leak my secrets. Yeah, hopefully. Claude knows my secrets too. I'm not super worried, I guess. Alright, let me see now. Is Devin going to post those comments? How do we check? How do we check? And then let me look at my review loop to see what it's doing. Yeah, it's waiting for Devin to say something. So I think I need to modify our review loop here. Alright, so I'm testing your changes to with the review loop, and I have some feedback for you. If Devin doesn't find anything wrong with the PR, Devin doesn't leave any comments, but it will still approve it. Right now, I think the review loop waits until Devin has made some comments. Can we modify that to check if Devin has approved it or not? Because sometimes he doesn't leave any comments. So nice that only 1 gig is used. Is that? It sounds like a lot, but I don't know. But I guess I have lots of gigs to go around. Alright, what else I want to do, man? I guess I'd like to make another PR. That would be nice. So that we can see if Devin is going to post those other comments. Devin might create a pending review while still working. Yes, okay. Alright, what should we do while we wait for that, man? Maybe... Man, there's a lot to do. Let me get started with... Well, I guess I've already started. So this one can make a PR. This one is still coming up with a plan. Which one is this, man? Championship races, multiple tabs. A3 Antarctic-ish. What's happened? What am I doing? I'm working on my website. It's called typeblazer.com. It's a multiplayer typing website, and I'm trying to build this with only vibe coding, meaning I'm not going in and modifying any code by hand. Everything I'm trying to do 100% like hands off. So you come in here, you type some words or whatever. The biggest thing I think that makes my typing site different than all the rest, we got championship races every hour on the hour, and we got cool avatars that look, like this. So when you type, you see them moving and stuff. So that's what I'm working on, man. And also I'm working on, it also has leagues, so it's not fully finished yet. But these leagues are like, it will keep track of all the races you and your homies do, man. So in my league, any league race that we do, it keeps these stats so that we can all see who has the most wins and stuff. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Red X, how you doing? Welcome. So here's the site, typeblazer.com. It's live right now, and we have a few people on it. 117 people have done at least one race on this site. So I'm pretty excited. I haven't really, I'm still working on it. I haven't really advertised it much yet. So everybody who's come onto this site has come through from YouTube or Twitch, basically. Or word of mouth, So in particular today, I'm integrating a new AI into my tech stack. And that AI is Devin AI. So right now I've been using mainly Anthropic's things like Claude, Opus 4.6 mostly. I use Codex sometimes for one-off bugs. And then now I'm also using Devin. And Devin is basically just one of my review agents. Let me see if he's doing anything right now. So Devin will review these PRs. If there's a little yellow dot, that means it's still pending review. If there's a check mark, that means it's done. So I'm modifying, I have this review loop script that basically runs an infinite loop, and it looks for, it just watches those repositories, or it watches those PRs, and once Devin has reviewed a PR, then my review agent is going to go in and address Devin's comments or investigate whatever Devin says, but also do their own independent review. So I'm just having like multiple eyes on each PR. So alright, here we go. I've just updated my scripts, and I'm going to try it out, man. I'm gonna try it out right here. So I'll have to restart my scripts. Right now there was a bug because sometimes Devin won't leave a comment. And right now my review loop is waiting for a comment from Devin. So I just modified that so it doesn't wait for a comment only. It's really looking for if Devin approved it or not, or if it's finished. I have zero idea on programming. I know only Python and a little bit of C. That is more than zero then, if you know Python and a little bit of C. I think C is important. C is like the foundation of everything in the modern world, I think. Python is a nice general use language. So keep on keeping on, man. You'll get there if you want to know more about programming. Alright, look, this thing is still ain't working, man. Look at that. Let me give it feedback. So the review loop is still not reviewing the PRs that Devin has already reviewed. Let me try and give it some more information here. Oh wait, it did leave a comment. After Devin finished reviewing, it leaves this comment here. You can look at the PR yourself to determine what you need to modify the scripts to make it work. Me, I know Python only. Yeah, that's fine knowing only Python. When I started programming, I only knew Visual Basic.net, and that was a long time ago. And it was the only language I knew for many years, man. And then eventually I moved on. And I think I started to learn Python and JavaScript after that. But I don't remember anything about those languages. You need a command to make Claude check PR reviews by itself. What do you mean, negative IQ viewer? I have a script that I run that makes Claude review all my PRs, but I'm just modifying it right now so that it will coordinate with Devin on the review. TLB Miss, what's happening? Welcome. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not trying to diss negative IQ viewer, man. That's literally his name. You think I'm about to call one of my viewers negative IQ? Come on, man. Unless I really thought so. Which language is best for job hunting? Man, I don't think there's a best language for job hunting. Well, maybe there is. The best language for job hunting is the language that you're most familiar with. Because how are you going to pass an interview that wants you to learn a language you know nothing about? So that's what I have to say about that. I think you should try to think about what you want to work on and then try to learn technologies and languages used for those purposes. For example, if you want to work on front-end stuff, I don't think you should go and learn C, you know? Or if you want to work on low-level hardware stuff, I don't think you should go and learn TypeScript or something. All right, let's see. It's found the bug. All right. So I'm going to shut my reviewer down while we wait for the updates. So you have a Ralph loop that checks every PR. Yes, negative IQ viewer. I have my loop. I just name it Ralph loop. I don't even know if it's the correct name for it. But it runs in a loop. Anytime a new PR gets opened up, my reviewer will review it, address any issues within that PR. If there are other issues that don't need to be addressed immediately, it will create separate issues with a tag review follow-up, and then it will merge the PR if it's satisfied with it. I've only ever had my reviewer reject one PR. Let me try and see if I can find that PR, man. It was a long time ago. I don't know if I can find it. Is that a good thing? Hey, in Roses, what's happening? What do you mean? Wait, is what a good thing? That I have rejected only one? Yeah, I'm not sure, but it might be somewhat a good thing. No, I didn't say it never rejects. I said it's rejected one PR, so at least it has the ability to reject, is what I'm saying. Or I'm trying to find it though. Raise player size. Oh yeah, I tried to send this PR, or one of the agents tried to raise the room size from 15 to 100, and this shit said closed, rejected. And it did some calculations on what. Oh, Ricky Wong championship race. Thank you very much. I'll get there. I won't forget. But yeah, I guess it did some quick napkin calculations on whether or not it's feasible, and it thought it wasn't feasible with my current design, so it rejected the PR. So I think that's pretty cool. Dang, why am I logged out? Anyways. I wish your browser crashed and I somehow pass you. Hey, Seaplane One, what's happened? Sometimes Ricky Wong will join the championship race and he will forget that he's in the race and he won't even type. So his browser doesn't even need to crash, man. All you gotta do is hope that he gets distracted in the next 20 seconds and he doesn't come back. I do that all the time also. Alright, here we go, man. It's a dang championship race. Man, I am the slowest at 63. And Ricky Wong, 138. And Rosis, 94. Seaplane, 79. Thank you very much for that championship race. Alright, so back to vibing, man. Let me see about my little Ralph loop thing. Always be typing. That boy Ricky Wong is a typer. Yeah, man. That boy Ricky Wong is always be typing. Bro types with his feet too? Nah, I don't know about all that. I want to be like Ricky Wong one day and just zooming through, blazing on the keyboard. But I think I'm too old to get too much faster. If anything, I think my typing will go down. You never know, man. I'm almost 40 years old. It's crazy. Alright, should I just run it? Time to get into courting? Nah. I don't want to do all that, man. I'm almost 40, yeah. I'm old. Bet Simp, what's happening? You ever think about going back to 9 to 5? Not so soon, man. I just left Bet Simp. I don't think about that shit at all. At least maybe it'll cross my mind in like a year if I don't know what I'm doing still. One of my coworkers resigns recently. Dang. Nice or not, I don't know. Actually, this type blades are progressing better than I thought. Seaplane 1. What do you mean better than you thought, man? Is that, are you like saying you didn't have much faith in the vibe coding, or you weren't so sure like a typing site would be something to work on, or maybe thought my ideas are whack. I was a bit skeptical about AI coding. I see. Yeah. This is, I think I share the same thoughts, kind of. I had some confidence that it was possible, but I wasn't too sure how far I could get. So I decided to do this type blazer to really push the limits, I guess my limits, to see what I could build only using AI. And I'd have to agree with you, man. It is progressing better than I thought. Even though I thought it was possible, I wasn't 100%. Did they say why they resigned, BetSimp? Are they just tired of the 9 to 5 corporate grind? Claude and Codex actually good. Yeah, they are, man. Vibe coding does pretty well if the person driving it does a good job using it. Pseudo. I'll take that as a compliment for now. Thank you very much. But yeah, I agree, man. I think the vibe coding seems somewhat doable. And I think it will only get better as time goes on and people figure out like how to use it more effectively, and the tooling gets better as well. Colin Anthony, they just say they wanted a break. We joined around the same time. They basically just dipped as soon as bonus was deposited. Yeah. I think they've probably been thinking about it for a long time. For me, I just wasn't getting the fulfillment that I wanted from corporate jobs. Yeah, the money is good, man, but I think after you get to a certain amount of money, like the paychecks aren't very motivating anymore, man. And what's motivating to me is like putting my time towards something that I care about. And I'm definitely not doing that in the corporate world because I don't give a shit about anything I've worked on in the corporate world except for like how it makes me look good so I can get promo or something, man. So I think that was like really the biggest thing on my mind. Like I just didn't want to waste my time anymore just collecting paychecks, man. I wanted to do something with my life, man. There's a good book about this, Drive, The Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us. What's the TLDR? Should we just ask? Ask one of these AIs. What is the TLDR of Drive? Alright, let me chat. Oh. Daniel Pink argues that for most modern knowledge-based work, people are motivated less by external rewards like money and more by 3 internal drives: autonomy, mastery, and purpose. The TLDR: autonomy. People do better when they have control over how they work. Mastery. People are motivated by getting better at something meaningful. And purpose. People work harder when they feel their work matters. Yeah, I guess this probably sounds like it aligns with how I feel. I mean, the good thing is he's in garden leave, so he'll still get paid $300K for 12 plus months. Dang. So wait, so they had like voluntary layoffs there? Yeah, for doing nothing. Yeah, that's nice, man. Krasner, what's happened? Bro wrote a book on people don't like working. Garden leave is standard. Oh, I guess in your industry, it's standard in that area. Garden, yeah. Maybe he's like a director or something. They don't ain't giving away proprietary info. Man, hey, BetSimp, if you also have that option to take garden leave and get paid for 12 months, I mean, you're a different person than I am, but man, I don't know if I could resist. I don't know if I could resist that offer, man. Especially after being there for however long you have. I think you've been there long enough to like, to extract value from that position, like knowledge and prestige or whatever. I think you just get paid your base if you are a member of the technical staff. For 1 year or more. I see. Gardening for 11 months and be like, never mind, I changed my mind. Yeah. Hey, maybe. I don't think. I mean, 300K at those jobs though. It's not even crazy compared to what they're making, man. These fools be making millions, you know. Um, so I don't think the company, if somebody that skilled decided to change their mind at month 11 and they talk to like their director or something, I don't see why they wouldn't just bring the guy back in. Maybe there's some stipulations or some clauses in there that say if you come back, you have to pay back garden leave. I don't know. Claude behaving today? Yeah, so far so good. He mentioned moving back to his parents' house. Dang, big ballin', man. Either maybe he just wants to support his parents as they get older, spend time with them, or maybe he's just super duper cheap. Could be either one. I don't know. Anyways, interesting. I get the vibe. Wait, like the guy from Wedding Crashers? Yeah. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Is it? Maybe. I don't think anything's wrong with it if the guy is out there and he's clearly capable of providing for himself and making the bread. You know, bag that 300K bonus and revert to the parasite lifestyle. What are you talking about, man? You know, sometimes maybe the mom wants the children back home because they get lonely and bored and they just like being together. I think in America there is a strong, like, I don't know what the word is, but it's normal to just not want to do anything with your parents, you know. But I think in other countries, like living with your parents like for your whole lives is almost somewhat normal. I think living with parents is actually good. I think it's okay sometimes. Sometimes you definitely got to get out there though. All right, what are we doing? But man, I know somebody from this stream who got a crazy job at somewhere. You know, one of those Bay Area FANG adjacent jobs making 300, 400K. And they lived with their parents the whole time, just stacking up cash, man. Crazy. Imagine working at wherever, you know, Google or Facebook, Meta, in the Bay, and your parents live in the Bay, and they live right next to the dang work. And you just chill at home, and you're collecting all that money. You don't have to pay Bay Area rents. Jeez. You're literally a millionaire after like 2 years, man. It's crazy talk to me. I would take the free rent, but wouldn't want to do that to my parents. They dealt with me enough for the first 18 years. Man, if you don't want to do that to your parents, all you got to do is help out around the house, and I'm sure your parents will love having you around, you know. Parents getting free meals as well. Sign them in every day. Yeah, generational wealth if your parents have a house in the Bay Area or something. Yeah, and then there was this intern when I was working at Google. Their parents lived in the Bay. And basically, you know, the interns, I think they get housing money. I don't know how much it is, $10,000 for the summer or something. But they also get paid. So that intern made like 50K, man, for the summer. Just interning away. I don't know how much the interns get paid. I forget. Maybe like $50 an hour. Get me a job at DeepMind. Man, I can't get nobody a job. I don't even know anything about getting a job at one of them AI places. But hey, High Potential, don't you have like a PhD or something, man? Tonko Balanko, welcome to the party. How you doing? Yeah, unfortunately. So maybe like your resume won't get thrown directly into the garbage like mine if you're applying at AI company. Well, I don't know if mine will get thrown into the garbage anymore, but it used to, for sure. All right, I don't think this review thing's working, man. What the hell's going on here? Let me talk to it. Hey, this review thing isn't really working. I have so many PRs that have been already reviewed by Devin, and then our Ralph review loop is not reviewing them. Check it out. Thought you got a haircut? No way, man. I think I'm gonna throw away however many 13 years of hard work just to change how I look. Takes so much effort to apply for the very few relevant positions that exist. PhD is about getting more specific, not more education. So if you have a niche interest, a good advisor that's willing to support your research and all worth, but there's just so few cases necessary. Have you looked at these AI adjacent remote job opportunities like Mercor or Data? I don't know. I don't even know what those places are. Sicario, what's happening? Welcome. Recently, I found out a lot of my friends from college went back for PhDs after stacking millies for a few years. Hey, BedSimp, I think I've heard of people doing this. Maybe they went to the industry. They got a nice job making a lot of money. Now they have made their money, but perhaps they wanted something else. Maybe they always wanted the PhD, but thought it wasn't a wise decision financially or time-wise. But maybe now that they've maybe achieved their financial goals, they can go ahead and go back for their education goals or something. I don't know, going back to school seems expensive, yeah, but if you're a millionaire, man, who cares? I guess $1 million ain't that much these days, but still. And maybe they even get, maybe they don't even pay out front, man, because they just take out student loans at like nice 4% interest rate or whatever. And dang, it's like they're getting paid to go back to school when they have money stacked. It's definitely not financially wise. I starting my career late with more debt and missed a lot of waves of hype in defense, AI, space, now getting dumped into the worst research market in decades. Yeah, I think what I've heard is people generally go into academia like PhD stuff more in like job downturns. So like right now it's hard to get a job. I imagine more people will be doing masters and PhDs to try and delay their entry to markets to like line it up when it's more favorable. Tuition plus losing full time. Yeah. PhDs are free in STEM? Are they? I didn't know that. But yes, if you're paid, it's just very poorly paid. Yeah, you guys make like $10 an hour. I went under poverty line, so I had to take out loans to get rent. You could always apply for PhDs and masters. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Average of my friends who mastered out are doing much better than people who finished their PhDs. Languishing in the mess of academia, yeah. You're paid as research basically, or a TA. 50K, man, that sounds like a lot. When I was in school, I remember the PhD students or whatever, they were super poor, man. Like literally $10 an hour, maybe 15. Anyways, for a lot of industries, PhD is just a job and you get paid slave wages in exchange for a degree. Yeah, I think generally speaking, people who pursue PhDs don't do it because they think it's more money. I think it's just personal goals or whatever. I actually don't know many PhD people. Like in my family, I don't think there's anyone in my family with a PhD. I'm trying to think. Anybody? No. Postdoc is where I'm at now. You basically just get underpaid because it's your first job after PhD, and they are often self-made positions, hence why I'm stressed applying for work. I have to make the positions myself. Would be very dumb to do a PhD for monies. Yeah, maybe it's for more like prestige. I have a friend who got a PhD at Stanford in physics, and they aren't doing so hot. So yeah, that really turns me off of the entire thing. This friend is one. They're like second postdoc. Dang. I face when you lose your mind doing the hardest PhD just so that you can get out earned 100x by a TikTok dancer. Yeah, that's why they say you gotta work smart, but they don't mean that literally. Not hard, right? I did it so people have to call me Dr. Tinker. Man, you make people call you doctor? I hope that's not true. All right. What is talking about, man? And how do I pick this effort? Like, why is it medium effort? You know, how do I... How do I get you to use high effort? SP Com Sports Plus. What's happening? Welcome. People do not accept it. Yeah. I spent a decade suffering. I deserve a little ego fluff on the title. I could not figure out how to change efforts. Oh, it's in model. Wait. Medium effort. Get out of here with that shit, man. Thank you. Thank you very much, Krasner. Currently watching from work. What a blessing to watch someone work more. Hey, anytime, man. I'm here 5 days a week, usually. What the heck is this? I click that. All right. Yes. I swear I modified the thing. Ralph review loop. Look, it's the same. I'm gonna tell it it's not running an old version, man. Your shit just has some bugs in it. Every day, I feel the urge to go back to graduate school, and then I remember that I don't want to do that at all. You know, I was never a good student. I was such an underachiever as a student, man. I think I could have done really, really well in school if I had just tried. But I don't think my mind wasn't right at that age, man. I was more into causing trouble and joking around than I was like getting grades in school. But I think if I went back to school right now, I would be top of the class. No doubt, man. Or maybe not number one, but at least top 2. Because, I don't know, I feel I'm older now and I have more focus than ever before. And I'm able to say no to things that I don't want to do, or say no to temptations, or make the right decisions. I think I can do that a lot easier at my age. But even with all that, I don't think I'll ever go back to school, man. Can't do it. I just remember the grad students were so miserable at Caltech. Yeah. My TL was from Caltech. I think. Yeah, he was for sure. Talked to some labs this cycle, and all of them suggest applying next year instead due to funding reasons. Dang. People have been talking about this. Maybe even High Potential was talking about like funding being pulled and messing up everything. And every single one of them told us to go out and stack paper instead of getting a PhD. Yeah. But I guess, you know, if you want to teach at a university, there's no other way than to be a professor, right? Or get your PhD. I don't really know. Look. So I did find a bug. Man, I just want to get on with my day. I'm like trying to incorporate Devin. So I'm not really working on many Typeblazer bugs right now because I'm working on like fine tuning my workflow. Like working on my tooling around AI and stuff. NASA, DOE, NSA, NSF, NIH, they all slam. Nobody confidently hiring because funding is so uncertain. Even the ones we were certain of, people are more timid because of what happened the last few years. Yeah, I don't have any funding either, man. I gotta find some funding real soon. Otherwise, what am I gonna do, man? Alright, let me see what's going on here. Devin left comments. Should we look at those comments? Oh, dang. Devin is good. We'll see. Okay. Well, we're just waiting on this thing to fix our review loop. And then once that's going, I'm gonna start off a bunch of Claudes to do some work. Nice thing about research is you can basically just find funding and apply for it as opposed to having to source a profitable customer. Bad side of that is half your time is spent doing work to find work. Sounds like you gotta make a funding bot 9000 or something that just goes around and looks for funding for you. Sick OpenClaw on it, man. Oh, buy a Mac Mini, put OpenClaw up there. Tell OpenClaw you're a struggling PhD and you need funding. Go out there on the internet and secure funding. Go wild. Is that how people use OpenClaw? I don't even know. But maybe that's how you could use it. Wait, what is it doing, man? It's trying to check if it's actually an old script. They're identical. Man, it doesn't believe me when I tell it it's whack. Alright, it still doesn't believe me. I'm gonna tell it, alright, I'm gonna start the new scripts. Everything is brand new, up to date. So if it still doesn't work, you gotta find the dang bug, man. Otherwise, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to do your job for you. Alright, here we go. Start the dang scripts again. Dang, who did that? Don't Defense is in the house. What's happened? Every day another threat from Simon to his co-workers. What kind of threat are you talking about? Oh, look. It's working. It's actually reviewing it. Very nice. I just joined the stream and I see him doing what to Claude? No, man. I didn't say I'll fire you. I said I will bench and put Claude or put ChatGPT in, man. That's what anybody would do if somebody's not performing. Anyways, Type Racer. Or should we just go to Type Blazer? I don't know. Alright, Type Racer, man. There it is, a link for you YouTube people. I am live on YouTube, by the way. I am not a pre-recording, man. Everybody on YouTube thinks I'm fake pre-recorded. Alright, first race is the warm-up, second race is the championship round. Hey, I think Type Racer sucks, man. Like, does it work? Type Racer crashed. Look at that, man. What a shitty website. Thought it was my internet. It kicked me out of the room. Yeah. Hey, look at that, man. Free advertising. Let's blaze it up. Type Racer, whack. Clearly going out of style. Alright, let's... Hopefully my shit doesn't break either, man. Let's do the championship race on the Blazer. Let's see if it works. Alright. You guys ready? Don't defense in here. Who knows? Maybe as a guest. That redeem should have been swapped to Blazer a while ago. Yeah. I should really do it, man. Guest Phoenix. Alright, let's go. I'm afraid to log in. Alright. That can't be you, man. It must be a different Phoenix. Alright, so do I win that with 80? Starts 10 seconds late. I didn't know how to focus on the input. Alright. You wanna do another one then? Alright, I'll track that bug. That was the warm-up round. Okay, that was the warm-up. You guys ready? One more. One more. Here we go. Man, was that a bug? Some people just went... Thought there's a new link and I got cooked as a spectator. Anyways, 99 for Guest Falcon, whoever that is. Guest Phoenix 92. You should make it focus on... Yes, I have a bug to track that don't defense. I gotta work on it. Because I know it happens sometimes. Trash Panda Software, what's happened? Just curious on your thoughts about merging Type Racer with LeetCode. As in, the type racing is solutions to algorithm questions. Thinking it'd be really cool to have typing tests that were code instead of English sentences. Not that it would necessarily help with algo studying, just creating better type training for writing code. Yeah, lots of people want me to add the coding feature into it, but I don't have that planned immediately. But I do want to add that sometime in the not so near future. I thought 3 is a new link. And, oh, yeah, C-Play, my bad. There's a bug. If I was a spectator, I shouldn't be listed in the results. Yes. I had to press the text after I start to type. Man, alright. I don't know why that happened. Are you on a MacBook? Are you on your MacBook don't defense? Or are you on your desktop? Because I have a suspicion about what's happening. Maybe if you set it unfocused mid-race, maybe like your palm touched the touchpad and unfocused it. But either way, I know there's some weird stuff going on with the focus. Every now and then someone mentions it. I will make a bug though to track the spectator thing. And I'll make a bug for also focus. Hey, whenever a race starts, whether it's multiplayer, single player, league race, championship race, whatever, when it starts, we should try to bring the input text box into focus so that no one is gonna start typing and then their typing doesn't show up. All right. So, all right, I think my review thing is kind of working now. So it waits until Devin reviews it, and then it reviews, and it takes Devin's things into consideration. What do you use for your dictation? I'm using something called Handy right now. Handy is open source, and you can find it on GitHub. I'm using the Whisper Medium model. I think it comes by default with Parakeet V3. Parakeet V3 I didn't find works too well with me because every time I'd be like, let me show you. Let me just put Parakeet on, man. Do issue 969. See, like it spells things out like that, man. I don't like that. And then if I'm talking and maybe I don't really know what I'm saying. Oh, well, it didn't do it there. But some of them will put the uhs and in there too. Anyways, should I give Parakeet a try again? Nah, I'm happy with Whisper Medium. So that's what I've been using. I tried Whisper Large as well, but it was very unstable. I found Handy would crash on me like once a day on Whisper Large. Anyways, let's address some of those issues. Wait, let me see. This one is 998, 997, and 1000. Simunat, thank you very much for the follow, and Nightfall, thank you for the follow. Man, what is this doing? I'm gonna have to check it out. Yeah, I think it's really great to be able to talk to your LLMs instead of typing to them. Sometimes I still type to them, especially when I have to copy and paste stuff or type some weird like programming junk in there. But I think for me, typing or speaking naturally is definitely a productivity booster in some ways. All right, we got to do 1,000, 1,001, 1,000. No, we already did 1,000. 1,001, 1,003, 1,004. Do issue 1,001. Use your whole agent team. And then this one made a PR, so I can clear it out. This one needs to make a PR, so I can give this one 1,004. Use your whole agent team to do this. Plan mode. All right, there we go. Man, I was just thinking we probably should have done that race in our private leagues, but it's all good. All right, do I just wait until watch over these agents and chill for a little bit? Everyone's doing something. This one needs work. How I'm gonna find some work. Let's see. Man, I know there's some things. Man, you know what? I should really test out the new stuff. I don't really know what's in the new stuff. Oh, I know. I think I put some multiplayer server stuff in there. Let me look at the pull requests. Oh, the room browser. That's what I want to test right now. So I'm building locally and we'll test it locally before we push this. All right, here we go. Multiplayer, I create a room. Well, let me sign in. Create a public room. I'll join. But also, I want to see if I can see that room. Oh, there's a public room right there. The UI looks a little whack, so maybe I'll have one of the agents work on redesigning this since we've added the public rooms. Let me go make the issue. Oh shit. New issue. Redesign multiplayer page. Alright, this is what the multiplayer page looks like right now. I think we've just been adding shit onto it without really thinking how the design should be. So now let's take a step back and redesign everything. I want you to use your UI designer agents to come up with a very nice layout for this multiplayer view. I want things to be very usable. The buttons and options for creating the room should be very straightforward and not confusing at all. The multiplayer room browser should also be very nice. Shows all the information we need. Hey, Musao, what's happening? Yo, just started watching. Can you tell us what you're building? I am working on a typing website called typeblazer.com. Right now, I'm just creating a new issue that I want to work on. So issue 1006. Now I will give this issue to this free LLM. Do issue 1006. Make sure to use your UI designer agent in particular to design before we implement anything with the front end agent. All right, here's the website I'm working on, typeblazer.com. Oh, and then someone yesterday told me my thing's messed up if I go www. So I need to fix that. I think something maybe with my Nginx, or I don't have the certificate for www. Now that TypeRacer is not working, will you be making the offer to acquire them? Hey, I'll think about it. I need a yeah, I need this one. I get this issue when I visit Into. What's happened? Feels like you are Gru and you have a lot of minions. This is crazy. Planning to learn how you do this crazy stuff. I don't know who Gru is, but I do have a lot of minions, man. When I first started, I didn't just jump in with 6 agents that I'm controlling. When I first started, I was starting with 1 and I just kind of worked my way up as I learned more about using AI and vibe coding and learning about how to effectively use multiple agents in parallel. I find 6 is a nice amount. Anything more than 6, and it's like too much for me to keep track of. Movie cartoon. Should I look up Gru? Oh, this guy. Minions. I've never seen Despicable Me, so maybe that's why I don't know Gru. But I do know they're called minions. Gru meaning is teacher. I did not know that. All right. Tell me the certbot commands to make a www blah blah blah. Man, I don't trust these things. I'm just gonna do it myself. All right, here we go. I don't know. I just type certbot. How do you add? Wait, how to add new certificates in certbot? Do you reach the limit yesterday with $20 plan for Codex? I did not. I did not. Man, can I just type? Oh wait, maybe it's just not in my Nginx, man. So oh dang. So I don't have anything listening to. All right, I gotta add that. My Nginx config is missing type blazer from it, the www dot thing. Can you give me a little snippet so I can put it in there? I hope I don't mess everything up, man. But I'm just not listening on www dot. All right, what's going on with these? Let me check the review. The review thing is doing work. Make a PR. Clear context. Do whatever. Do whatever. Yes. All right, let me put this thing in here somewhere, man. Man, shit. Who put that there? Should I just leave these? I don't like how it lines up, you know? Should I put these things there, or should I let certbot handle that? Because this is only listening on 443. But what if I just didn't go to HTTPS? Let me see. So I need a redirect similar to that one. Man, I really hope I don't mess things up, but we'll see. We'll see. Let me ask AI. Let me say, what do I want to say? Do I also need a redirect from port 80 to redirect it to 443 if they go to www dot? All right, it says it should already work with this one. But I don't know if it will, man. I don't think they know what's in my Nginx configuration here. But I'm just gonna save this. And then how do you check if something is good? Nginx T. Syntax is okay. All right, certbot. Nginx. Certs box bot. We want typeblazer.com. Just install Claude code on my Linux. Yeah, I don't know. Deployed. Wait, how do you restart? Systemctl reload Nginx? Or restart? I don't even know. I'm gonna press them both. So let me try now. Typeblazer still works. www.typeblazer working. All right, very good, very good. Before it was broken, now it's nice. SpoonXOR, what's poppin'? I've used coding LLMs a bit, but how did you learn to spin up all these agents and all the get stuff? Seems super complex. I think all the get stuff I'm doing is just similar to my flow at work when I had a job. But I wasn't vibe coding. I'm just trying to replicate how my managers and stuff used to handle projects. They'll just make issues for everything immediately. That's the first thing they'd want to do. Document the issue and put it on the backlog or something, and then just have a bunch of issues that the team can work on. So that's one thing I try to do a lot. You know, immediately document everything we need to work on, instead of like trying to do them as they come up. Hector HSC, thank you very much for those bits. Let me do that real quick, Hector. The bits. And then SpoonXOR, I'll continue telling you more. And then YouTube. Let me read this question real quick. Are skills like using AI agents and vibe coding hireable on their own, or do you still need traditional full stack experience because you can do a lot of stuff in a short period of time? I think right now you need traditional experience, but I don't know if vibe coding is hireable on their own yet. Maybe one day in the future though. All right, SpoonXOR program. What's happened? Jest, how are you doing? Does he mean GitHub issues or the Get VCS version control system itself? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think just how I'm using Get work trees and things. So SpoonXOR. That's my workflow is document first and then worry about fixing them later or implementing later. Just build the library of all the issues we can work on. Now, once I have all those issues, I just tell one agent to work on it. So in the beginning, I only had one terminal open, and I just feed that one agent one bug at a time. And eventually I added a second terminal to work on something while the first agent was working on it. But then I found out quickly that that leads to a lot of problems, especially if both agents are working on similar parts of the code base, because they'll, you can only have one branch checked out in your repository. So if these agents were each working in a separate branch, sometimes they'd commit things to the wrong branch because the other agent would check out the branch or whatever while it was working on things. So that was clearly a problem, man. And how I fixed that was I researched it. Like, how can you get parallel agents to work without stepping on each other's toes? And the answer is get work trees. So I can do these get work trees things, and I can have multiple agents work in isolation without affecting what the other person is working on. A get work tree is an efficient way of basically making a whole ass copy of your repository in a new folder. But it's way more efficient than a straight up copy. So imagine you had two locations in your computer where you downloaded the repository into the two folders. Same thing. If you did that, you can check out branches in each of those repositories that are different. So if you had two agents working in those separate folders, they would never conflict with each other, or they shouldn't. So actually, that's what I did in the beginning, and then it led me to the work trees thing. So now I have specific instructions for my agents to use work trees and stuff like that. But these days you don't need all that because Claude has its own work tree thing. But I've never used it, but I know it's there. And also I read a lot of the Claude engineering documents, man. It's really useful to read their like advanced things about parallel workflows and things like that. So Get is doing a lot of the separation of the work. Yes, Get work trees in particular. All right, Ricky Wong, race time. Championship race. Do you run into token limits of Claude Max? One time over the last 8 weeks, I've hit my weekly limit, just. And that was a week when I was doing hardcore agentic team reviews, and I was using every agent to write every single PR, and every single agent would also review. So I was like burning through tokens that way. Zyclone 8, thank you very much for the follow. $134 for Ricky Wong. Claude making a cameo in the passage. Yeah, the first time I read that, I was like, dang, did they name Claude after this thing? But everyone told me they named Claude after somebody, I don't remember. Father of information or something like that. All right. So that Spoon XR, let me try and point you to some things that I read that really inspired me. Maybe best practices. I don't know. I think you should like read this whole thing if you're serious about trying to learn to use AI effectively in your workflow. There's a lot in here, and you can take what you want. You don't have to do everything they talk about. But this is where I like learned about the work trees and stuff like that. I think there was also an article somewhere where they were telling you how the engineers at Anthropic are working. This was quite old, so this is how I got started. I read about how all those Anthropic engineers working, basically they're all using Claude Code before, you know, everyone else was. And I got lots of ideas from them, basically. I'm just going to ask Claude to summarize. Yeah, that's a good way to do things too. I'm using Codex at the moment, but it seems like Claude really is the best at the moment. Yeah, so yesterday when Claude was down, I was messing with Codex as well. But I did not feel anywhere near as productive because I have not taken the time to customize my Codex or my ChatGPT to work in the same way as Claude does. So I tried to work on 3 things in parallel with Codex, and it was like they all got confused on which repository they should be in or which branch, and they're all trying to check out and stuff like that, even though I told them to use work trees, so things weren't working as well. But that's because I had the same issues with Claude initially too. But I have given Claude instructions. I can show you some of my old instructions here. So Claude has this memory file that's, I don't know if it's not the same as a Claude.md. This memory file is like injected into your prompts, every single prompt, I think. and it only reads the first 200 lines or something of your memory file. But this is in my, well, this is not for Typeblazer. This was for MidnightSimon.com. But I use the same techniques for the Typeblazer memory. And it has instructions on how the repository is. And it has instructions about how to do work. More specifically, how to use work trees and some rules about never working directly in the main directory. So it will always, so look at this, never commit directly to the main directory, never implement code in the main work tree, always creates a feature work tree first before you do any work. So this stuff has really allowed me to maximize my parallel agents doing work together. Doesn't this long memory file make it consume a ton of tokens every request? I don't really know, but I don't really have a token problem right now. I'm only at 45% and it's resetting tonight, but I haven't worked super hard in the last week. So there you go, Spoon XR. That's my little spiel on using Claude in parallel. Multi-agent work. What's happened? Man, how do you say your name? Oatnis into? While I'm studying full stack, I want to add this to my learning schedule too. What's your advice on how to learn AI agents and how much do you usually spend on the tools? My advice, the only way to really learn how to use these AI agents is to build with AI agents. And I'd say watching other people might be nice, or reading articles about other people's workflows might also be nice. You can see the limits in your workflow and try to take someone else's solutions and see if they work for you. I think you should just pick a project and try to vibe code it, and that will get you familiar with the agents. And you should try different agents too. Like, I've mostly been using Claude, but sometimes I experiment with Codex and Gemini, and now I'm experimenting with Devin as well. But it's very time consuming to look into all these different LLMs. But my advice is to just get started, man. And the Anthropic Engineering blog is a very good source of like good practices for agentic coding or whatever. Sorry, one more plan question. Is this max 20? I got the $200 plan. What about conflicts? Do you resolve them manually? I don't resolve conflicts manually. I just tell the LLMs to resolve conflicts. And they usually, I've never had to do any manual intervention yet. And hopefully I don't have to. I don't plan to. Sometimes there are regressions for sure. I suppose good unit testing and integration testing should catch that, but I don't really have great testing at the moment. I plan to do that one day. Oh wait, this is the dang redesign. I can't see it properly. Let me see if I did that, would it look different? Yeah, we'll see how it looks. Looks all right, maybe. What is poppin'? Nothing much, Elminson. Just vibe coding the day away, man. I'm trying to really build this thing with purely vibes. It's been pretty fun. Dang, did I say... Man, this is good. I misclicked. This looks good. Okay, so have these things being reviewed. Let me check out Simple Sphere. Thank you very much for the follow. Let me check out my pull requests. Everything's merged, I think. I want to check out what Devin is saying and what my review agent Cornelius is saying as well. So Devin found one potential issue. Blah, blah, blah. And then this is Cornelius here. Says, looks good. The autofocus composable solves a real UX pain point. Oh, this push one fix addressed the issue flagged by Devin. Very nice. Man, his name is not Ralph, man. His name is Cornelius. Wait, this applicable to data analytics? I'm a bit worried about data privacy. I'm not sure what you're saying. I don't know anything about data analytics. Are you asking like if AI is applicable? Like, can you use AI for data analytics? I think so. You're worried about data privacy? What does that mean? Like, you're worried about your personal data privacy in general with AI going through it? Or can you talk more about what you mean by that? You should give a try to voice to text, especially for terminal and any text area in general. Simple sphere. I do that a lot, actually. I do it so much that I have to rotate free tears from Willow, from Whisper Flow, and then I use Handy when I run out of everything else. So I got Handy here right now, and I do talk a lot to my terminals. Basically everything I do, I talk to it. Unless I type some like small lines or something, you know. Alright, 6 years ago. What is this? Hey, are you looking at my junk, man? Yeah. This string split has... I should delete this shit, man, because it's so wrong. And it has caused me so much trouble on Leak Code contests and in Advent of Code. There's like a bug in there. I don't remember what the bug is, but it doesn't treat like empty elements good or something. I used to use this, but I don't think anyone should use that. Hey, why are you stalking my... why are you stalking my gists or whatever, man? Sharing companies' data, confidential data. Yeah, so I guess if you work at a company that has super confidential data or something, I don't know what the call is on that, man. I guess your company should have policies on what is acceptable AI usage. At my old company, we could not use any AI tooling other than in-house AI tooling. Steven Saggyball, welcome to the party. What's poppin', man? How you doing? All right. All right, you guys think I should just push the prod? Bought another expensive Pokemon card. How much was it this time, man? And which Pokemon? Another Pikachu? Charizard? What am I doing? I was just checking to see if Devin was working well with my reviewer. Oh, alright, so I'm going to just pull the latest changes in, do a real quick pass locally, and then rebuild my production binaries. 1450 for this one. Man, you're buying it. This thing was only a couple $100 and now 1450. Man, I hope you can sell these things, man. Um, good luck. PSA 10? I don't know what that means. Does people care about that too much? Maybe. Zyklone 8. Hi Simon, I tried your Type Blazer and it's amazing. I tried the single player, some feature that you may consider. I want to know, as user, what's my speed level like? A plus, A plus plus, or any level label like pro, beginner. Just got from my perspective, but the game is really helpful. Zyklone 8, thank you so much for trying it out. I do plan to add some of these things right now. I don't actually have an issue to track it. So let me do it right now, man. Let's create user ranks or something like that based on their WPMs. We should have separate ranks and stuff that the user can progress through as their WPMs, their average WPMs rise or something. Think about some creative names. Maybe we can have like 5 or 6 different ranks. I don't know. Maybe you can suggest how many we should have. Also, I know we have ELO in here. Maybe we can give ranks based on ELO instead of WPMs. Give me your thoughts on that in the plan before you implement. All right, new issue. Thank you very much, Zyklone. Added it to the list. Things to work on. Game A plus, A1 plus, what? 10 is highest grade you can get from the PSA, which is the most popular grading company. Yeah, I know what the 10 means, man, but basically, I think, I don't know, man. I guess Pokemon has been around for such a long time that maybe it's not as crazy as it seems to me. I guess it's no different than collecting watches or something, as long as the resale value continues to rise, you know. But I think, you know, you'll be generally okay, man. You make enough. Watches appreciate less than Pokemon cards. Yeah, but I'd say they're similar types of investing, maybe. It's kind of speculative. Because you never really know which cards are gonna be bumping. But anyways, like you never really know which watches are gonna be bumping in the future too, right? But hey, I'd say if I don't know if you're asking me for any advice or whatever, man. I would say try and flip some of them cards, man. You got a lot of cards. You said you spent tens of thousands on these Pokemon cards, man. You should try and turn some of that into profits, you know. If I fail, I can come live with you, right? Nah, there's no space for you here, Steven Saggyball. Anyways, yeah, sell that Charizard. Or actually, don't listen to me, man, because I don't know. Maybe I'm telling you to sell it too early. Follow your heart. That's what you should do. But also, don't overinvest into this one thing. It seems like a good portion of your net worth is in Pokemon cards right now. I would like put a cap on it, man. I wouldn't feel comfortable if 20% of my net worth was in Pokemon cards, man. Unless my net worth is like $1,000, then I guess it's okay. Me, you can sleep on top of those shelves? Nah, not those. Anyways, what time is it? 12:17. What are we working on? Who knows? We're supposed to be trying some stuff locally. That's what we're supposed to be doing before we push the prod. See, I'm too fat to fit on those shelves. I'm saying that the wood on those shelves are not gonna carry a 6'4" grown ass Steven Sagiball, man. That man is a giant. No way he's gonna fit on them shelves. Alright. We're checking out our local build here. Right here. Local host. I don't remember what we're checking. I think we had some focus issues here that maybe it's going okay now. Alright. Uh-oh. Race token required. Alright, that I don't think that will be a problem in production. I just think my environment variables are not set for local things. Alright, I'm testing out the application locally, and I just did a single player game and I ran into this issue. I think it's because we don't have our local env set up with the right variables. Can you just double check that for me, please? Alright, this one is done. Clear it out. This one is waiting for a review. Oh, this is the Nginx stuff. We don't need anything here. We can clear that. I keep getting rejections. Oh, man. So something is wrong with Claude. I've been noticing this problem the last few days. I'll select one option, but it will tell me that I rejected it instead. So like right now, usually I hit enter for yes, but it's been telling me I'm entering reject. So I'm gonna say 1. Hopefully it works. Let's see what it says. Oh, very good. It's starting to work. So I'll just use those numbers instead from now on. Ooh, the race bar. Make a PR. Alright, we got some free agents that we can give some work to. What work should we give it? Or we should just test more things. I'm just gonna push a new thing, man, right now. Actually, I want to wait until this one is done before I push it. Because this is gonna redo the multiplayer room design. All right. Anyways. It's doing a lot of work. Could work on more avatars too. I gotta work on the passages. Oh, I haven't done my daily attempts, man. Let me do that right now. Right now, man. We're about to attempt the daily. Oh, that's a bug. Attempt 1 forfeited. That's not true. 78, man. I gotta retake that. That's too slow. Let's try. Final attempt. $86 second time. Not bad. Alright, let's notice some weird behavior with this thing. So let me try and talk about that. I've noted in the daily passage challenge, when I click to attempt the challenge, it tells me attempt 1 forfeited initially as I'm typing the passage. When it reloads, before I try the second attempt, it tells me both attempts have been used, even though I'm able to like do my second attempt. Can you just audit that code to make sure that things look right? It seems there's a small bug in the way things are displayed. Please use all of your agents available to investigate this problem. Usually I make a GitHub issue, but sometimes I'm lazy. Did you commit this to main? Oh, I guess no commits. All right, good. Clear. All right, what are we gonna do now? Dang, Tony Desmond got the eagle. All right. I'm getting too hungry, man. I got 30 more minutes or so that we gotta last. So I'm waiting on this agent right here to finish the UI rehaul for the multiplayer rooms. And then I guess this guy's done. Let me clear him out. This guy is also working on that weird bug. Alright, there's a PR that we're waiting for Devin, it says. Okay. Very good. Let me just see also what Devin and my thing is doing. So did they do this one together? No. So my reviewer merged this before Devin made their comments. Let me see if I can get him to retroactively fix anything that Devin said. I want you to look at this PR, and I want you to look at all of the comments from Devin. Let me know if any of those concerns are valid. Use your whole agent team to determine if we need to address those things that Devin flagged. Devin, you don't like Devin, Steven Sagiball? Alright, Cornelius. Oh, I need to tell this something. Alright, one last thing for this Ralph review loop. In one of the comments on a PR, I noticed that Claude said something about Ralph reviewed the PR. That name is incorrect, man. The Ralph review loop is a name given to this script. It's called a Ralph loop. The person reviewing the PR, his name is Cornelius, and he's the code reviewer. So when you're leaving comments, make sure it says Cornelius said something instead of Ralph. I don't think that's a very important issue, but I want to address that, you know. Cornelius, yeah, look, it says approved by Ralph, but Ralph is not the name of my reviewer. It's Cornelius. Cornelius Fudge? Who's that? I don't know. It's just a name that the chat voted on to name my review agent. See, look, Cornelius, the code reviewer, right there. Grace, Minister of Magic? Who? All right. I don't know who you talking about, man. I gotta look it up now. Cornelius Fudge from Harry Potter? Man, ain't nobody watching Harry Potter, right? I've never seen Harry Potter, so I don't know. Anyways. It says, ooh, so Devin is actually finding real problems, man. I like that. One day, yeah, one day I'll watch Harry Potter. Probably. I probably will. But it ain't today. Still waiting. Douche, welcome to the party. Thank you very much for the hydrate. I'm not the only one who didn't watch Harry Potter. Yeah, Z4. What's happened? I've been resisting Harry Potter since I've been in high school, man. I remember everybody was talking about Harry Potter when I was in high school. And it's silly for me not to watch it because I hear it's really good. But I still have this dang teenager mentality about Harry Potter. Like, it's not cool. And I'm not cool if I got caught watching Harry Potter or reading Harry Potter books, man. That's not what real G's do, you know? That's the type of mentality I had growing up. And I don't know why it's still with me, but I refuse to watch Harry Potter, man. But I think now I'm like really old. I don't really care that much. I don't know why I still refuse. Maybe just for old time's sakes, you know? But I'll watch it one day. I promise. Alright, what's going on here, man? Next EQ2. Bro, can I edit your videos for very cheap? Maybe. Can you? I don't know. I don't know who you are. I don't know what your editing skills are like. But if you're serious, you should send me a whisper and we can talk. Are you gonna stream in Japan with the Dare? Hey, I'm not too sure, Steven Sagiball. I think the idea of streaming IRL is interesting to me, but I'm not sure if I actually want to do it, you know? I don't think I'm a streamer like that, man. I think I'm a different type of streamer. I only share my work with you guys. I don't think I'm like going out there and making content and doing things to get attention or whatever. I don't know. Simon on shorts would be kind of goated though. Man, I should make some shorts, but I have no excuses, man. I have no excuses except I'm just slacking, I guess. I'm a slacker. I do shorts editing mostly. Have you done a lot of edits, or do you have any samples? Your own boss can't be slacking. Yeah, I know, man. I know, Steven Sagaball. I've been trying to get my ass in gear. Can we ask more details about your plans and all on that front? Like, how long can you chill like this? I don't think I'm chilling, man. But I have about 2 years. Do you have future career plans? Do you plan on making money from Typeblazer? I plan on making money somehow. Maybe some of it from Typeblazer. I don't think very much will come from Typeblazer. My plans are just hopes and dreams, man. Nothing concrete. Make a short of you destroying those leak code problems yesterday? Yeah, maybe. Chill the wrong word. Yeah, chill is the wrong word. Dang, you hear my stomach growl? And you're trash talking my Pokemon investment? Man, I'm not trash talking it. I'm just saying you should proceed cautiously. Or I'm saying I would proceed cautiously. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, though. So, you guys want to know how I plan to make money, huh? I don't really know. Typeblazer is more of an experiment for me. But I think the experiment is coming to an end. And I'm going to start doing other things that you'll see. I've talked about it briefly. Clearly, like, I'm still invested into algorithms. Like, I still do my 3 times a week algorithms and stuff. So I want to do something around that. But I haven't geared up to it yet. This is kind of like my tutorial right now. It's been my ramp up period. It's been about 2 months for me ramping up. I would pay $1 a month to support something on Typeblazer, for example. It wouldn't be support money, but getting a group of people financially investing in work would be helpful. Yeah. Yes, I would like to make money from Typeblazer one day, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. My main objectives for Typeblazer is to grow it as big as possible. So I think if I go into the monetization too early, it might leave a bad taste in some people's mouths, or whatever you want to call it. So I don't plan to do that immediately, but eventually. And if you want to support, I guess you've already been doing a lot high potential. Just coming by to the stream is good enough support, man, for now. Actually, I don't care about whatever, man. Do whatever you want with your money. I'm just trying to stay productive on stream. All right, next EQ. Should I look up your stuff on YouTube? Any target for monthly users? Yeah, of trillion users a month is my target. Wait, but only if my subscription gives me a battle pass that gets me 50 extra WPM over other pores. Hey, maybe. Pay to win, huh? Hey, is this you? Should we look? Next EQ2. Which one do you think is your best work? Should I go off by views? I don't watch anime, so I don't know if I'll know these things. Dang, you hear that? I don't know what I'm looking at, man. It's like all anime, yeah. I don't know. You gotta show me something more like non-anime music video. But anyways, if you're real serious, just send me a whisper and we'll try you out or something. Or if you make a short, I'll pay you if I like them. All right. What are we working on? Made the PR. I gotta go soon. I gotta rebuild images. We're gonna wait till things merge. Still waiting. 2 of them. Let me see what the comments in. Oh, where did I check the comments for that one, man? Man, it's taking a long time to review these things. I don't want to make any more PRs, do I? Yes, I do. Anyways, alright, El Minstney asked me about target monthly users. I was kind of joking when I said 1 trillion or whatever I said. I'd like to see I'd like to see 5 digits or 6 digits of people, man. I'd like to see like 100,000 people sign up on Typeblazer and do at least one race. But I don't even know how to get there. I plan to try some advertising for Typeblazer to see if I can drive traffic that way. Right now, without any advertising or whatever, we have 118 people who have done at least one race on Typeblazer. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's more than I thought would sign up. I didn't think anyone would really sign up except for like 10, 20 people. Define the MVP. Yeah, I've a loosely defined MVP, and we're almost there. The last thing I really want is the leagues thing to be finished. Steven Sagiball. The hard part is getting the user, but you have a good amount of views here. Yeah, that's what everyone says is the hard part. Literally, if you can get Northern Lion to play it or equivalent size, that's the best ad for something like this. I don't know who this is, but I do plan to reach out to some influencers and seeing what their price is. I don't know who this guy is. Is he a typer or something? He's just a gamer. I was planning to reach out to all of the dang keyboard people to see if they want to feature it. I'll pay them or something. I don't know. I don't think I've gotten there yet because the website isn't exactly where I want it to be right now. Prime can help. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know Primogen like that, man. He's rated here a couple times, but I don't really interact with many people on Twitch. Can't see how a variety streamer would play this more than 5 minutes, honestly. It's a pretty niche space. Yeah, I don't know who will. I plan. All right, here's my plan. Keyboard influencers like Taya Types or whoever builds keyboards, I'd like them to use Typeblazer when they're testing out stuff or whatever, just to show it in their videos. Spike Edits, what's happened? How you doing? Welcome to the party. Oh dang, is this? I seen that message. I plan to. I don't want to tell you all my plans because I think some of these plans are really good, and I don't want to like give away my secret sauce yet. You could have the ability to share your keyboard specs with your scores. Those communities like to brag in that sense. I think what I'm hoping for is that my leagues is what's going to be driving this site, man. So I want people to be using these leagues more than anything else. So I'm thinking people's work teams or in their orgs, in their corporate world, they could have like their own typing championship league, fun in the workspace, you know. I'm thinking maybe Twitch communities or whatever, like my community, type racing is a thing. So maybe other streamers with small communities who do typing every now and then, maybe they have their own league they can track fastest typers in their streams and stuff. I'm thinking maybe it's reaching out to some schools or whatever and teachers in their classrooms. Maybe Typeblazer might be fun because of the league, the private league. So when you look at the leaderboard and you see basically leagues clan in gaming then? Not necessarily, because I think in a clan everyone's kind of working together and competing against other clans. But these leagues, it's just a private leaderboard pretty much. And I think it's nice if, you know, like say Type Blazer gets a lot of people. I think the leaderboard only means something to the fastest typers in the world and stuff. But if you had your own small community and you went to your leagues, I think the league's leaderboard will be more meaningful if you know like the people on there, right? Like running race, yeah. So I really want to finish my leagues and have it working and then try to just get people to use it. That's going to be the hardest part. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I got to try. I'm going to try something, right? Anyways, I got to go soon, man. I'm just waiting on reviews. Let me see what just got merged. Why are you rank 1 in the leaderboard? You're not the fastest there. It's because I got the most wins in my league. That's why I'm ranked number 1. But it's still under development. Right now, the leaderboard only shows how many wins you have. Not WPM, but we should make it where you can sort by whatever, you know. It's still being worked on. Anyways, I think it's almost time for me to get on up out of here. But how long does it take to review these things, man? Maybe after lunch it will be ready, and then I can have a lot of changes that I'm going to be pushing to production. I should really have my staging environment set up, man. I say I'm going to set it up every day, but then I get sidetracked with like working on bugs or features instead of setting up staging, because that's kind of boring. But it needs to be done, man. I don't want to push my new changes until we get these things. Just continuously break prod. Yeah, I think for now it's okay since we don't really have too many users and everybody who's a part of the site kind of knows that's what I do. I break prod every day. But as you know, as the site grows, man, I don't want to be that unreliable anymore. I want to have like good engineering practices. Gonna need it eventually to be good, yeah. But right now I think I'm more focused on just finishing the work. And then I thought this was gonna be like a 1-month project, and it's turning into a 2 or 3 month project, man. So I'm trying to learn as much as I can for my next project, which is what I care about more. My next project, Algo Blazer. Do I have the URL? I do, but I don't think I have it set up to point to anything. But I have it, man, I wish I could show y'all, but it's not set up right now. Algo Blazer, sorting through social media algo, or like leak code type thing. More like a leak code type thing, man. What's the idea behind Algo Blazer? It's just gonna be my version of what I think leak code should be. There's a lot of things on leak code that I like and a lot of things that I don't like, and I just want to make my own. We'll see. I already have it up right here, man, but don't you worry. It's not ready for viewing. All right. I want to like, I'm going on a vacation. I wouldn't even call it a vacation. It is a vacation, but I'm going to be away for like 6 weeks, starting May, around the beginning of May. May to June, I'll be away. That's way more complex to implement than Type Blazor. Good luck. Yeah, that's why I started with Type Blazor. But I think I've seen enough where I'm pretty sure that I can do similar things that I'm doing to build Algo Blazor. And I'd like to get, not finish it, but I'd like to get at least an early access ready for you guys sometime in May or right before May. So we'll see, man. I think I'm trying to do a lot here, and maybe I'm not very good at estimating how long it takes to do things. Maybe I'm also trying to do too much, but I'm just grinding, man, trying to hustle and stay busy, because this is my plan for the next 2 years, you know. Just keep grinding, keep working on things, and see what happens. Anyways, still waiting for reviews to finish. I don't know what the hell. Let me read some of these comments, man. This one is reviewing 1013. This one. Oh, this has a lot of comments here. So I guess Cornelius is addressing all of those comments in this PR. Anyways, I don't think I'll be pushing a new binary on stream or new updates to Type Blazor on stream, but I will do it this afternoon. I gotta go to the store after I end stream. Ismail Escalita, thank you very much for the follow. Our time here is coming to an end, I guess. I don't know if I'll stick around for the championship race or what. Because I'm super hungry, man. I'm like literally starving right now. About to pass out, man. Who you guys want to raid? Vibe Coders? It's alright, Champion Chase will always be there, yeah. Thank you, Ricky Wong. Thank you for releasing me from my obligations. Stony Eagle, vibe coding. Hey, we rated this guy, I think, but he never talked to us yesterday. This guy got too much music going on. This guy ain't even talking to us, is he? He's talking to somebody else. We can hit Adam Learns live. He's launching a new... Oh, we can hit Samir here doing leak code. I know you guys want to watch vibe coding, but we also like leak coding here. So I'm taking off a little bit early today because...
Get a little funky. Get a little wonky.
I'm just so hungry, man. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta go to the supermarket. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in today for this vibe coding session. We're gonna go raid I Am Samir here. He is studying some leak code, man. So if that's what you like, stay tuned. Shopping hungry? No, I'm gonna go eat first, then go shopping. Anyways, High Potential, Tonko Balanco, adios. Thank you guys so much. Ricky Wong, Jest, El Minson, see you next time. Thank you for being here. Who else is out there? Anybody who's lurking, have a good night, good day. Steven Sagiball, enjoy the rest of your day. Good luck with work and Pokemons. Next EQ, see you later. Everyone from YouTube, Have a good day. Have a good night. Negative IQ viewer. See you next time, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 10 a.m. I'll be on Friday, another vibe coding session, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Zafuri TV. Adios, amigo. BetSimp. See you next time. And program. Hello, goodbye. Everybody else, thank you so much. Can't wait to see you for more vibes tomorrow, man. And please stick around and let's all just say something in I Am Samir Here's chat. I think you'll really appreciate that. See you later.